Welcome back, everybody, to Hillside Live. Thanks for joining us today for a fun day of racing. We are at Hawk Pride Mountain Off-Road Park in Tuscumbia, Alabama this weekend for round 5 of the Mickey Thompson NRRA. This weekend presented by RCV Performance. We are halfway through our day of racing here. We've completed course 1 for our UTV stock class, our cup class, and our VIN class, and we are back and ready for round 2 for all 3 classes. Matt, what do you think of what we've seen so far today?
Awesome racing so far. Obviously, the dust had kicked up a little bit. I see it getting a little more cloud cover right now, and it's temperature dropping a little bit. Obviously, if that rain can hold off, we can get all of our runs in for the second half of the day. That'd be awesome. We saw everybody jumping down that big ledge. We did see a few breakages. Cooper Bentley's rig was over here. They're putting an A-arm or back together on it. I guess he broke either a bolt or broke some parts in the A-arm. Brandon Davis has his back together, so he's going to try to hit that second course. So it looks like most of the breakages we've seen so far, they've got everything put back together. Again, now how long it's going to last through that second course is a different story. It's
always amazing to me how quickly the guys can get fixed out here. You know, stuff that might take like 2 weeks to get done at home.
Yes,
but you can get it done in an hour out
and
here.
You got 12 guys thrashing in there. Again, like I said, Cooper wasn't even the guy sitting next to it. There was like 6 other guys just thrashed on the rig. So, again, super awesome to see. That camaraderie is super, super neat as well. So, definitely trying to everybody hopping in, helping out, making a difference is kind of what it's all about. And that's what the motto of our sport kind of is kind of everybody working together, do the best they can, and hopefully have a good day. So
yeah, well, hey, that's what makes it fun out here. That's why we call it our race family. Because of that relationship and that aspect out here, the camaraderie of it. So love to see that. You guys hear us talk about that a lot because it's true. And if you haven't been able to be here in person and experience an event in person and see that for yourselves, well, we want you to know that that's a big part of the sport and important to us.
Yeah.
So let me give you guys a quick top 5 rundown from Course 1 for the Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class. Cody Kaysen had the fastest time with a 64. Followed by, where'd my note? All the way down here, Clay Kaysen, his big brother, with a 65. And then we had Daniel Heckley with a 66, Scotty Harden with a 70.1, and Reed Gann with a 70.3. So those are your top 5 from Course 1. And we are ready to go to the line.
Setting that race line starting gate there. All right. Heard Clyde saying, all right. He said, we need all the drivers off the course. We're getting ready to race.
They're using every second they can to check out the course.
Up there speculating on what to do and what not to do.
If you can get them to follow you, that'd be great.
Keith tooling over here, lowering down Cooper's rig. It looks like he got it back together. Or they're getting close anyway.
Off of the racetrack. Sparky, you're in charge.
Got our course workers all ready to go.
All right, once we get that course clear, we'll be ready to rock and roll. I hope you guys were able to catch most of the racing action in our first half of the day. We've only had one rollover, right? I think Martin Stewart was our only rollover so far today.
Yeah.
He rolled down Maverick. He actually landed it.
He did.
But still
unfortunately broke some steering stuff because it took off kind of hard to that right side.
Where's everybody watching from today? Are you enjoying some nice sunny weather, or are you gearing up for some rain like we are?
Clay Kaysen, you're up.
Clay Kaysen is on the line. He's gunning for his brother Cody's top spot.
Again, you can see the dust flying as these guys are ripping up through there. again, you can hear them as they're bottoming out as those rocks are just banging against the belly of that UTV.
And it looks like we are running the same course for our stock and VIN classes. So these guys have all had a chance to get one lap under their belts already. We should be seeing some fast times. Was that a 6.3.999? All right. Like I said, we should be seeing some fast times.
Yeah.
That is even faster than our fastest time on course 1 already. So Clay already went ahead and set that bar real high for the rest of our list of drivers here today.
And that's kind of what I was looking at, Bree, looking at that second time versus the first time. It looks like he was able to shave off about 2 seconds roughly. So, again, I know there's a couple of drivers going to try to do that same thing. We see that a lot with our youth class. They all come out, they all make that first pass, they get comfortable, they end the course, then they go out and make a second pass, and almost all of our youth drivers make a second pass faster than the first one. What's up, Mary Bynum tuning in? Will Bell and Scott Marr, what's up, guys? Again, we appreciate everybody tuning in on the live feed. Again, you're watching me and Bree on Facebook, the Rock Racing TV page. Everybody head on over there. Again, if you have a smart TV and you got the YouTube app, you can head over to YouTube and also watch on the YouTube app for your smart TV for the Rock Racing TV. Again, both are live. We go live to a whole bunch of media sites. I know my racing page also gets it. So there's a ton of places you guys can watch from. Rock Racing TV on Facebook is where we respond to comments with. So
I was going to say, but there's only one place that you can watch with us from.
Yes.
The Rock Racing TV Facebook page. Josiah says, came home just in time for round 2 because of snow and rain in the Black Hills of South Dakota.
Oh, that's why.
All
I was like,
well,
Black
good
Hills.
luck with that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we do not have snow in the forecast anymore in the South.
Yeah, South Dakota. Again, that's a ways away.
Mary Carroll says it's quiet and calm on top of the hill. Everybody's down here watching, I'm sure.
We got Big Ron coming. He's coming down hot. Let's go, Big Ron.
Again, we appreciate all our listeners, where everybody's tuning in from.
Taylor, can you confirm who this is? This is Ron Cummings. Okay. He was on my list.
Yes.
He did not run on round 1. So I get he's going to make up for it right now.
Yes. Scott Marr said, sitting at physical therapy, watching it. That's awesome. I mean, if you got to be in physical therapy, watching rock bouncers and side-by-sides, it's like a close second.
Hey, that's a good way to pass the time.
It is.
Is this Reed Gann? All right, Austin says it's Reed, and that makes sense with my driver list, so until we hear otherwise. Great run. Nice and smooth.
Hey, guess what?
69.542.
542. Not too shabby right there.
All right, so that was Reed with a 69.5.
Scott said he's there for a knee replacement. That's rough. That's rough. But again, thanks for tuning in to Rock Racing TV. We appreciate everybody.
We're glad to be here for you during your recovery.
Yes, during your we help give you something to watch there. Yeah, again, we like everybody on Facebook watching from work or physical therapy. And again, if you're at home, you can use that YouTube app on your smart TV and watch us from your recliner. And we love watching everybody tuning in. It's always great to see. Did Martin get his fixed? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it out here.
I'm trying to see
where. I don't think so, because it looks like it's in the same spot that they left it when they dragged it off the hill.
I know there were.
But I'm not positive.
Yeah. I think you're right there, Bree. I think you're 100% correct. There was a lot of speculation when he was sitting on course about what was broke, and they were definitely looking at it a bunch, so he might just be done for the day.
There you go.
Getting some of that great Great drone footage there.
All right. This is Cohen Ellison,
Thank you, Taylor.
I do believe.
This is Dearborn Drone Company. Drone Co. Okay. Dearborn Drone Co. Let's say that 3 times fast. Dearborn Drone Co. They providing our drone services today as they're keeping up with this UTV, ripping up the hill.
Cohen Ellison, a first-time racer out here with us today, and he managed to end up in the top 10 at that 10th position from course 1. So we'll see what he can do with his second run at this course today.
Okay, just thrashing through there. Again, it's so awesome to see these guys out in these big full bodies just bouncing through these courses. What's up, Christy Wills? What's up? Tuning in. Push that digging deeper, tuning in with us. Will Bez said if he put the steering wheel on the right side, he wouldn't have had that problem.
Looks like Austin Connell is just a wealth of information right now on the live feed.
That's a 66.7.
Barely. 66.717 for Cohen Ellison. That's an awesome time for a first-time racer.
Again, we appreciate. Christy Will says, hey. Again, I know Gatlin was out there racing her little short course or a little dirt track car. Brody Pierman picked up a win the other day, I saw. It's kind of neat.
Oh, good for him.
One of our previous youth drivers got some experience last year with us in our youth class, in our Digging Deeper youth class. It's always cool to see. Again, that's Knox down there in that race line starting gate, sending him off the line.
And we've got Brady McCreath out on the course.
Brady had a smoking time on course 1 and was out there. He just getting with it in that single-seat car. Again, we appreciate all of our course workers out there helping keep all our track clear, making sure everything stays smooth and runs well.
Oh, yeah, that was real smooth. Real nice.
So far, so good for Brady.
Ooh. Get those rocks at the bottom there. I've been getting people squirrely all day.
They're getting
Oh, Taylor's saying he's broke.
more and more unearthed with every pass.
Oh, yeah. Front wheel.
Come on, buddy. You can make it.
You can see that side shot. That front wheel
You
is
can make it.
just barely hanging on.
Oh,
That's a
74.470 for Brady McCreath. Again, at least he got the finish out of it again.
That's right.
You know? Got the finish out of it.
sometimes that's all you can do.
Really. Got Dan Carter down there with that Rock Life Off-Road group sitting in the starting gate. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I looked, might have been a knuckle or steering, something. That wheel was definitely, looked like it was kind of barely hanging on up there. I think they're probably maybe making sure he's course clear here.
All right, here we go, Dan.
Next up, Dan Carter.
Again, Dan doing some double duty this weekend with 2 different rigs, part of that Rock Life Off-Road crew. You can follow him on all his social medias as well, the Dan Carter Racing. Again, they're always putting out a lot of fun stuff. Dan and his team of people always making cute videos and silly stuff put out. Very fun and comical.
Dalton Coy has not run for round 2 yet. All right, he's out of that RCV ravine.
That's a
71.721 for Dan Carter. Current rundown is Clay Kaysen in the lead with a 63, followed by Reed Gann with a 60. Oh, I'm sorry, Cohen Ellison with a 66, and then Reed Gann with a 69, Dan Carter with a 71, and Brady McCreath with a 74. And Brandon Davis is on the line, somehow managing to get that little Can-Am back in fighting shape. Brandon broke a trailing arm on course 1 coming into that RCV ravine. A little hot.
Yeah, he tagged it pretty hard.
Snagged on a rock. Pretty good.
And Keith winched it over. I got it up on 2 wheels, put it all back together.
Let's see if he checks up at all here. Definitely a little more cautious than the first time.
Yeah.
Don't worry about breaking it.
Yeah, he definitely checked up just a little bit there. Again, there's a lot of rocks in there that can cause some serious problems. And maybe bent a rim, too, because it looks like he has an Everett rim and tire on the back of that as well. Again, as long as they get Cooper's rig back together. 80.552 for Brandon Davis.
Josh Krupinski is on the line now.
That's an 80.552. Not the best and not the worst, but pretty good for some busted material and equipment.
You can see how side-by-sides lined up in that little access road behind him. They were trying to route, make sure all the bouncer drivers stayed in that access line. That way we can keep all the traffic flowing tomorrow once we got all the cars zooming all around. Again, we got to make sure our course is clear, make sure everybody's off the track. Again, I was pretty impressed Brandon got his rig put back together.
Yeah, I am too.
Trying to eat out your tan there. I get like a really sick farmer's tan. It's like
I don't think there's any tanning happening right now.
Yeah,
we got some pretty solid cloud cover.
Still get a little sun in there.
Hey, Josh.
It's like the tanning bed on low right now. But I'll tell you what, the temperature has dropped significantly, which I will gladly take. And again, I don't have the Doppler pulled up, but hopefully the rain is going to keep off until we can get the course finished today. And again, most racers, I think, racing for tomorrow wouldn't mind a little bit of a sprinkle, again, just kind of knocking that dust down. But if you remember last year, it rained on Friday. We had kind of a nasty course. Then Saturday was pretty dust-free for the bouncers. We were all okay with that. Again, this is Josh Krupinski out here on the course. He has some pink accents on his buggy, so it always sticks out pretty well. Again, and Josh, no stranger to the podium, has done pretty well so far. in his racing career. He started with us a few years ago and has done very, very well. And a super nice guy. I was like teasing him. He's a super great guy.
Let's go, let's go. Come on down there to the ditch. I know you know how to hit it.
Man. Again, I don't know if you guys could hear it, but that thing is
Matt and I can.
Just, you can hear the rocks just pounding on the bottom side of that case. Again, a lot of these guys have really very well-built skid plates, so launching through that race line ramp.
68.679. That is a third place time currently behind Clay and Cohen.
I think they're making sure timers are okay. I said we may have some dust in there. Or may have hit it with a rock. Can make sure our timers are all clear. Again, I know you guys find that very hard to believe, but sometimes when they're coming through, they get debris thrown at them and all kinds of stuff.
Braden Upchurch on the course.
Can make a quick work of that uphill and spinning around there. Again, I think we're going to see bouncers cut that a little bit tighter tomorrow. Again, but having those bigger tires kind of can smooth some of that stuff out. Getting a lot of these guys racing the stock-ish vehicle with these full bodies. Again, you can see a lot of guys checking up at that corner with that big rock sticking out. And then there's a one right up in the center that, again, that's the one DC kind of tagged earlier. Launching off that race line ramp through the finish line.
.126. Coy Chapel on the line now. Coy broke his front end and was able to limp it across the finish line on course one. Didn't get the time that he wanted, but did at least get a finish out of it and get those points. So we'll see if everything holds together this time around.
Again, hopefully going to keep this buggy together for the second run here. Again, these are some longer courses that some of our UTV drivers are used to. Again, a lot of uphill, downhill sections, which is a lot of fun. Again, getting some more seat time. Again, I know our bouncer drivers are definitely not used to this long of a course, which is, again, a lot of fun. Get some seat time in there. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, watch that. We'll have our drivers meeting at 9, kickoff around 9:30-ish. So make sure you guys don't miss that. All that awesome racing action here on Rock Racing TV. 4.45 for Coy Chapel. They were all teasing him last.
That's a third place time right now.
They were all teasing him last night and calling him Corey because apparently one time in the live feed I was reading and it was Corey had an R in there. I was like, oh, Corey. So last night they were all calling him Corey. And I mean, like, it was relentless.
He's a man of many names because we've all mispronounced his last name, too,
Yeah.
at one point or another. When he's feeling fancy, he's Coy Chapelle.
Chapelle is French.
But his everyday name is just Coy Chapel.
Yeah, it's Chapelle. We sound French, right? My name is Coy Chapelle. Mon ami.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, la la.
I know, like, très bien, that means good job. Très bien, Mathieu, très bien. My teacher always said that. I had like the nicest French teacher in the world. So, très bien, she was, très bien, Mathieu, très bien. All right. This is our 10-year-old youth driver racing in the UTV stock class. So
Hunter Gann is out here. I really want to see him cross the finish line this time. He
Me too.
had a rollover on course 1. More of a tip over, you know. So obviously it didn't scare him away, and he's back for round 2, and we definitely want to see him cross that finish line this time.
And to be fair, he was absolutely hammering down on that first run. Looks like he's been a little more conservative on the second one, but he was definitely not leaving anything on the table during that first run. I think he hit one of those bigger rocks at the top, kind of bobbled a little bit.
I mean, it's a little bit of a top-heavy vehicle.
Yeah.
Also.
Again, great, a 10 years old racing stock class, so super awesome to see. Again, those are some big ledges for a 10-year-old to be out there racing on.
All right, this is the hill that gave him trouble last time. Oh, and he handled it like a pro. Nicely done.
Again, this might be a little more challenging again for a youth driver in a smaller vehicle, but
I think he's just kind of fitting around all the rocks in here in the RCV ravine. Good job, Hunter.
Whoa!
Stick with it.
I am so proud of that little guy. Just out here just crushing it. Again, he was on 2 wheels there. Clyde said, I feel like he's having the time of his life right now.
I hope he is.
I think I agree.
112.017. Good job, Hunter.
And again, got a standing ovation by the crowd over here. They were all cheering him on as he finished. Heck of a job by Hunter there.
Next.
All right, is this Daniel Heckley on the line?
Man. Yeah, those Can-Ams are really quiet.
And Daniel Heckley, or Heckley Racing, is this weekend's featured driver Friday.
And the whole Heckley team will be out here racing this weekend. We have some little Heckleys racing. We have some big Heckleys racing.
Yeah, we'll see the mini Heckleys out tomorrow in our youth class. And we'll see Daniel, of course, tomorrow in the bouncer class as well. Going to be a heck of a good time. Heckley of a good time.
Heckley of a good time. Again, I think he checked up a little bit there just because after I saw Brandon just bouncing through there earlier.
It's like, so apparently this rock can help my trailing arm lead the chat if I don't do it right.
Yes. You never want parts to leave the chat. And Brandon, you can see Brandon in the corner of the screen watching him. Like
6:4.331. That is a second place time now. Clay Kaysen still in the lead with a 63.9, but Daniel Heckley now right behind him with that 64.3. And then it looks like we've got Coy Chapel with a 66.4. Rounding out that third place spot currently. We've still got a handful of drivers to go. This is round 2 of the Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class. All right, is this Alston Tidwell?
I believe so. I heard him say Alston or Austin, one of the two. It was kind of a choppy.
Well, there's no Austin in this class, so that means it's Alston.
Okay.
Oh,
what?
No.
Man, you were doing good till you went the wrong way.
Oh, he missed his turn.
You're okay. You get the eyes on. You get the eyes on. Go back and go the correct way.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's a bummer.
But you did well. Let's go, Austin.
Again, you can see him kind of coming in there slow to the entrance of that. Wow, splashing through there a little bit.
All right, Alston, finish strong. Had a little bit of a bobble there.
I see Braden
in the middle, but
Braden Upchurch running across the course down there. Probably getting ready. I know we have a lot of drivers that are getting ready to run and some that have finished running. 114.931 for Alston Tidwell.
114.931.
all right, Brantley Havens is sitting in that race line starting gate now.
Got Brantley Havens coming off the line. This is our very first ever youth racer to graduate to the big cars, again, racing in the stock class.
And he's been doing an awesome job. This is his third race?
I think so, yeah.
Class?
Speaking of him, he came up with some sweet stickers.
Yeah, he's got his signature.
Oh!
Signature cowboy hat and his sticker logo looking good. He did a good job riding out that little wheelie he had just now.
Again, that's a big car, so that's a lot of weight to be shifting around as you're ripping through the course. Again, he's 13 years old, so to see him out in a big UTV is pretty awesome. His dad's usually in there co-driving for him.
banging through the rocks.
Ooh!
Can hear it all the way over here.
He's definitely laying it down.
.164 for Brantley Havens.
Good.
Nice run.
Got Cody Kaysen sitting on the line. Yeah, so they're definitely lined up very well down there.
Cody Kaysen on the line now. Cody had our fastest time on course 1. So right now, if he's going to do it again, he's got to beat big brother Clay Kaysen, who's got a time of 63.9.
He's trying to win those doll hairs, okay?
All the doll hairs.
All the doll hairs. Taylor said, I like that we're sponsored by Radline, or RC Banner, who is our presenting for this race. Our race line blew sideways a little bit, and sponsored by Radline. That's our race line starting gate. That's our new blow-up race line starting gate. We have got a couple different styles we've used. That was the one you saw caked full of mud last weekend, or 2 weekends ago. It was caked full of mud and was... After, it can only take so much mud from rock bouncers being thrown before it starts to deflate. Jack Porter was down there knocking all the mud off. American flag waving in the wind. Zach said it has to be the loudest stock buggy in the world.
It is pretty loud.
It is. We have several buggies in our stock class that are pretty loud.
Oh, this thing's handling that RCV ravine like a champ. It's like it's got a superhero cape on it with that flag waving off the back.
Wow. Leaping through the air there. It does kind of like a superhero cape.
Six 0.859. Wow. Nice run by Cody Kaysen. That is your new leader for round 2. He also took the fastest time on round 1.
He definitely wanted to be his brother in that class.
Safe to say that our Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class is definitely where Cody shines, and Clay's domain is the Cup class, or at least that's how it's been shaken out so far.
It has been.
It's fun to watch these two brothers be battling it out. But, we've still got Dylan Dowler sitting there on the line. We've got Don Curtis, Scotty Harden, and Jay Stortz. So we'll see if anybody can shake things up anymore.
And again, watching those two guys, I think it was our last race, watching them both be on the podium, both won their respective classes. So getting to see them take pictures on the podium, both holding their first place trophy, I thought was a special class. And thanks to Bree, that was our feature driver Friday as well. So
yeah, I think that was our race at Hot Springs.
Okay.
They were our featured drivers for that Friday, and they both ended up on the podium in each class.
Yeah,
so,
it was very, very cool.
All right, we're waiting on a course clear. All right, send him. Dylan Dowler on the line.
Again, you can see that orange sticking out the front there.
All right. We got my favorite racing team, Double D's. Dilly-dally.
Old dilly-dally. Dylan has been on fire this season.
He's not dilly-dallying.
Yeah, he is not dilly-dallying. You're right, Bree. He is out there just smoking this course.
Oh, no!
He kind of slung the rear end around a little bit there. I think, again, turning the corner, hitting the brakes, kind of slung that around that corner a little bit. Man, again, you hear just...
Ooh, he's going in hot.
Oh, dude. Again, you can hear those rocks just pinging off the bottom of that cage. It's still...
Oh, man.
Man.
He's just fighting for
Yes.
it now.
It's sheer willpower, I think. Oh!
It's a good thing he's got another rig for a cup
Yes.
class. 70.115 for Dylan Dowler. Not bad, not bad. Looks like we've got Don Curtis on the line now.
Again, Don has made his Bigfoot truck down there. That big blue Chevy. A big loud 454. It was our inaugural season champion in our VIN class.
Next up, Big Don Curtis.
All right, we got to do a check on the finish line timers. Hurry, Knox. We'll time you. All right, so we've got Don Curtis on the line, and then we've got Scotty Harden and Jay Storts still on the list for Course 2 of our Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class. Cody Kaysen is squarely in the lead right now with this 60.8, followed by big brother Clay Kaysen with a 63.9. And then it looks like Daniel Heckley with a 64.3. Those are your top three right now. And we're ready to send Don Curtis off the line. Here we go. I bet that's a pretty big difference for Don to go from driving the Bigfoot truck in the VIN class
I wonder which is smoother.
to a UTV.
I think the UTV is smoother.
Yeah.
I know it's got smaller tires, not near as much power, but look at that drone shot. Shout out to Dearborn Drone Co. for giving our drone shots today. That awesome shot of them ripping through that valley, following Don Curtis down there in this UTV. That's a 70.620 for Mr. Don Curtis.
Not bad, not bad.
UTV stock class.
All right, Scotty Harden on the line now. Scotty had a 4th place finish on course 1. Not too shabby.
No. Sounds like we're getting the last few there for the UTV stock class.
Uh-oh, sounds like he might have had a flag at the top of the course.
Again, you can see it.
And with the flag penalty, that's a 100.201 for Scotty Harden.
100.201 to be exact, but let's go 100.200. Close enough.
Wow.
So not counting the flag penalty, he ran the same thing as his last round within 0.02 of a second.
That's crazy.
Talk about consistent.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. What did she say? Did she say Jay's doing that? Jay's running the whole course in too low?
Oh, okay.
Because he doesn't have
high here.
4 or high.
Okay. He doesn't have 4 or high. Solid.
I think that's what Gary said.
So we're going to wrap this thing out. It's going to be like blah, 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 blah. Good news is it's not a real crazy course.
Nah.
Like the worst parts you're going downhill in, so you're not going up the crazy parts. So, I mean, in theory, he could still get a finish out of it. This hook at the bottom where those rocks are, right where they're coming out of the creek there, that's going to be that'll probably be the hardest part.
Matt hears a wrapper crinkle, and he perks up the way my horses do when they hear a peppermint wrapper crinkle.
I 100%
come running.
100% thought it was Taylor. It's our drone guy.
You're like my mom's little dog used to do whenever we opened the peanut butter jar. She would come running from anywhere in the house if she heard us unscrew the lid on a peanut butter jar. That is Matt with any snack.
Taylor's back there just sensually eating chocolates in front of us.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Nutter Butters. I'm sorry. Those are good, too. Good times.
All right, let's wrap up this last run so Matt can go
get some snacky
get
snacks.
a snack and even out his blood sugar levels here.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I know I talk a lot about snacky snacks, but we have lots of people that I meet on the trails that are very thankful that I have snacky snacks. and sometimes they share theirs, you know?
Hey, snacks are life.
They are. Everybody loves getting out and, you know. So, yeah, sandwiches, that's good, too. I've seen a lot of sandwiches on the trail, you know. Some of our racers' wives do a great job. Like they get they'll cut a big thing of the Hawaiian rolls in half, put ham and cheese all over them. They'll take them and then they'll cut them all up and then put them back in the package. Works out.
The wives of racing.
They do a great job.
Know how to.
Yes.
How to set up a nice spread.
They do.
Out here. They bring the crock pots out.
They do.
All kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yes, the snacky snacks
Jared,
are life.
You're not invited.
Yeah, it's lots of snacky snacks.
No, sir.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, hey, snacky snacks are life.
What are we waiting on? Oh, Knox is on the course.
Oh, they had a flag. They got knocked over.
Oh, that's right.
I heard Clyde say something about
Scotty ran over a flag.
Scotty doesn't know.
He He gonna learn today. Wow, Mayor Carroll's got the snack payload up in the trailer.
Yeah. Jelly beans, paydays, Longhorn Steakhouse bread, and cereal snack packs.
I
like it.
What a wide variety.
You know, I do have to say that about Mary Carroll. Mary Carroll brings a large snack bag also pretty much to every race. She does take good. That's Clyde's mother. She helps work the merch trailer. So you probably bumped into her if you ever went out there to the National Rock Racing Association merch trailer and bought some cool driver shirts or some cool merch from them. She does a great job of keeping everybody. They also have a bargain like on sale bin. So if you ever want like a really awesome shirt that's like, you know, on sale, they have a sweet bin, some older shirts that maybe we've discontinued or some drivers that don't race with us anymore. So once we get down to the last field, discount that. So a lot of times when I bring a friend with me to a race, I always try to get them a cool shirt.
All right, here we go with Jay Storts. Apparently in too low. Where'd he go? He's moving pretty fast.
He is flying through there. Again, trying to keep all that momentum going, I'm sure. Keep it to, oh.
He got it.
At the beginning of that hill, I wasn't sure if he was going to make it, but he carried quite a bit of momentum through there. Again, kind of cutting it real wide there. Again, helping that turn as well as that's a little smoother entry for the UTV class. Again, this gauntlet of rocks is going to cause havoc, I think.
Oh, no.
Shout out to Crystal, our camera lady out there working. Oh, man. Camera lady out there working that. Doing a great job. She's been panning and zooming all day pretty much as her skills are on it. Ooh.
Oh.
That was a 7.2.822 for Mr. Jay Storts, wrapping up our UTV stock class. And why Bree gets a rundown real quick. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with tons more racing action coming your way.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
These UTV guys have been pushing the limits for years, and we are keeping up with them, providing them the strongest axle on the planet. Our UTV line uses all 300M components, high-temp synthetic moly grease to handle the abuse of these short courses or long desert races, whatever these guys are doing. They've been pushing the limits, and we've been keeping up. So the years of development for the Pro Series line with our 300M, we have learned so much. We've taken that technology and we've taken the things out of it that make it, absolutely the strongest and made it the strongest in class for trail use. And we've come out with a Trail Series axle. And that axle is going to be 4340 chromoly steel, all U.S. made, and it is going to be the best in class for your trail. So you don't necessarily have to get the Pro Series. If you're not out here racing, if you don't have 300 horsepower hill killing with these guys, you can get a Trail Series RCV axle and go out and cruise with your buddies with peace of mind that you're not going to break. So for everything UTV, visit us at rcvperformance.com. And for Trail Series, find us at trailseriesaxle.com.
All right, guys, that top 5 rundown from the stock class is Cody Kaysen taking the lead again with a 60.8, followed by Clay Kaysen again with a 63.9. And then we had Daniel Heckley again, safe to say what our top 3 for the day is, with a 64.3. Coy Chappell in that 4th place spot with a 66.4. And then Cohen Ellison with a 66.7. Not bad, not bad. Clearly we know who our podium is for the stock class today. We are ready to move into course 2 for the VIN class. So let's head to the starting line.
And who's sitting on the starting line? The old WT itself.
Justin Hoback in the WT.
Which literally was running errands this morning before it even got to the race. So I was passing him going opposite directions on the highway this morning. So
it's a multi-purpose.
It really is.
They don't call it the work truck for nothing.
Yeah. And getting snacky snacks is important, just for the record.
It's important. Justin is second in points overall so far coming into this weekend. We've got a pretty far spread in points. We've got Don Curtis leading for the VIN class with 393. Then we've got Justin with 352 and Charles Caris with 314.
Again, Don Curtis barely squeaking out that, 0.5 of a second faster on that first course. Again, having that extra horsepower, I think, makes it the Jeep Cherokee is a little more nimble, where the big block Jeff has more power. So,
uh-oh. That's a tight turn for a big truck. All right, this is gonna be me and Matt someday.
yes.
We're gonna be tag teaming in the VIN class as soon as we figure out what we're driving and who's bringing it.
Yes.
There's just a few logistics to work out.
No big deal. There's Krista right there, yeah. Yeah, she has been on that point running camera all day. She has been doing a great job as a camera lady. And she'll be all there tomorrow. Again, might be a little bit soggier up there tomorrow. We'll see. Hopefully we'll keep, hopefully get a little rain tonight, knock the dust down. It'll be a great day tomorrow for racing. That's our plan, fingers crossed.
.127.706. Hey, that's a lot faster than his first run on the course. Like 30 seconds faster. Not bad.
Oh,
Here
look at that. Little neutral drop there off the starting line.
Mark Crow running for Charles Caris. Mark had an 89.7 on course 1, and Don Curtis had an 89.1.
Wow. He is getting it this round. That's a pretty rough transition there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like much, but cutting across that little creek ditch up there and then trying to turn immediately uphill.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely putting a good, smooth run down. Don Curtis is definitely going to have to work for it. You can always tell a Cherokee. They're so iconic. The sound is just so iconic. 82.839.
Oh,
Mr. Charles
shaved
Chris.
a few seconds off.
Yep.
Mark Crow.
See what Don Curtis is going to be able to do. Again, you hear that big block chopping. See if he's going to be able to shave some time off of it.
Craig Zollner says he'll not be running Hill 2. Craig, what ended up happening to your buggy? Let's see if Don Curtis can hang on to that top spot. He's got to beat an 82.8 right now.
He's letting the motor sing, but will this be a quicker time? He came around the corner on 2 wheels.
He's pushing it.
He really is.
I mean, if Mark Crow shaved off 7 seconds from his first run, so you know Don's feeling the pressure.
Oh, Mark was holding her down, but Big Thor ain't going for it. He ain't gonna give it away.
Oh, no.
Well, they've all had to do that so far, so I don't know if that'll cost him too much.
Get having that little 3-point turnaround. Oh, go, baby, go. Whoa.
Now,
Look at him. I love it.
the Jeep was definitely the more nimble machine in the RCV ravine here. But
Don's
Don's
thrashing through there.
Old Bigfoot coming through.
Yeah, he is definitely thrashing through there.
Wow. 86.574. A great run from Don.
Yeah.
Not quite enough to catch up with Mark Crow on this round. I'll go ahead and give you guys our rundown since there's only 3 drivers.
3 drivers,
Simple enough. Mark Crow running for Charles Carris took the fastest time with an 82.8, and then we had Don Curtis with an 86.5 and Justin Hoback with a 127.7. So that does wrap up Course 2 for our VIN class, and we are ready to run to a quick commercial break. And then when we come back, we'll have Course 2 action for the Super Grip UTV Cup class.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
What you want. No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
Fox, you talking on the radio? Yeah, stop.
Oh gosh, it's close.
Oh, you need to through there. I'll tell you what.
Yep.
Where's let's see. Run that bar back through here. We can. I feel like we can bend this.
Oh yeah.
It'll roll it.
All right, we're back. Again, that was a bunch of drivers working on Cooper Bentley's rig. They all hopped on it, started thrashing, get it put back together. He had ripped, it looked like an A-arm tab off or messed something with the A-arm. They had knocked out the old bolt and were hammering it back in to put the bolt back in it. So I'm not sure if he ripped the tab off or tore the A-arm up, but they were putting it all back together. And it looks like they got it back together, so they're sitting, there's nobody around it. So it's either back together or it's really broke. So I think it's back together. There was about 8 guys thrashing on it, so it's always neat to see. And Cooper was actually standing off to the side. There was like 8 guys that weren't Cooper, so it's even neater to see. When a guy's
like,
all right,
have at it,
yeah,
everybody.
go ahead, fix it. Kind of like that same thing you talked about. We get something fixed in 30 seconds versus 2 weeks at home. So.
All right, Riley Bradford is kicking off course 2 for the Super Grip UTV Cup class. Oh.
Yeah, it sounded like he hit a starter. It sounded like he hit a starter button.
Hey, just wait right there. Keith's on the way with some talent.
We're watching him over here. Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Never mind, it's pretty bad.
Dang it.
Well, I wonder what the heck happened.
Yeah, my buddy Cash has another one. Actually, he has the good one that he took out of that one. This thing's still on?
Wow.
Well, that's a sucky way to end your day of racing.
Yeah. They're saying he blew a
Blow the
motor.
motor.
That sucks. Again, it sounded like he hit his starter button at first.
That was yeah.
It sounded like a flywheel and a starter connecting,
It did.
or
Yeah.
I don't know if there was something else that All right, this is course 2. They're going to throw up on the screen here. Again, you can see absolutely how long that course really is. They're basically coming out the starting gate, taking a left turn right through that woods course, coming back, dropping back through that gauntlet of rocks we've been talking about all day, heading up through that little bit easier bypass up that middle. That's the course everybody comes down to when they come down this hill, making a loop around, and then they have to come down a serious drop ledge. I mean, that is on that return course. It is super serious, and then they have to come down through that same rock gauntlet again. Lots of rocks, lots of carnage. Again, this is the UTV Cup, or the limited series for the UTVs. So obviously these are pretty built machines, but that is a very, very rough course to be bouncing through. So again, you'll see some guys dropping through there. As Bree always says, you would be amazed at how gnarly this thing is when you see it actually in person. Pictures and videos just don't really do it justice. So again, a very, very long course, but it's a lot of fun. We appreciate getting some miles in, get a little woods, get some rocks, get some hills. It's a very fun day. Getting Keith Toolman getting pulled down there. All right. Why they get him recovered, and when Keith gets hooked up and gets him out of there, we will head to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with tons more racing action coming your way here on Rock Racing TV after these messages.
These UTV guys have been pushing the limits for years, and we are keeping up with them, providing them the strongest axle on the planet. Our UTV line uses all 300M components, high-temp synthetic moly grease, to handle the abuse of these short courses or long desert races, whatever these guys are doing. They've been pushing the limits, and we've been keeping up. So the years of development for the Pro Series line with our 300M, we have learned so much. We've taken that technology and we've taken things out of it that make it, absolutely the strongest, and made it the strongest in class for trail use. And we've come out with a Trail Series axle. And that axle is going to be 4340 chromoly steel, all U.S. made, and it is going to be the best in class for your trail. So you don't necessarily have to get the Pro Series. If you're not out here racing, if you don't have 300 horsepower hill killing with these guys, you can get a Trail Series RCV axle and go out and cruise with your buddies with peace of mind that you're not going to break. So for everything UTV, visit us at rcvperformance.com. And for Trail Series, find us at trailseriesaxle.com.
So we have 3 different beadlock wheels that most of our guys use. We have the teardrop, we have the twisted, and then we have the twisted black. So we have a machine version of the twisted, and we have the black. We have these in 14 and 15 inch. All 4 lug. But we'll be coming out with, in addition to some of the tires I was talking about earlier, that we're coming out with. We're going to have a new line of wheels come out. Some of those will be five lug to keep up with some of the new manufacturing that's happening in the UTV world. But the beadlock wheels that we're selling right now, Rock Life and those guys carry these as well. So right now we're having some specials on them. So I'd recommend if you need a set of beadlocks, you're not going to find any cheaper than those.
Throwing him under the bus.
What?
All right, so this is our XT tire, and this is the 35, 10, 15. This is the biggest tire that we make for a UTV. And this is the road compound. We have two different compounds. As you can see, it's kind of hard to squeeze these together. This is going to last you a lot longer if you're just doing trail riding on asphalt to get to the trails. If you're trailering and you're only going to be on trails, then I would recommend our trail compound. I mean, it's much softer. It will grip and grab those rocks really well. That's what the majority of our drivers that we sponsor use the XT trail compound. But we also have our AMP tire. And this is a 6-ply tire. The XT is an 8-ply. It's got really tough sidewalls. And in fact, one of our drivers took first place in the Bounty Series last race in Hot Springs with this tire. So those are the two main tires that all racers use. And you can get any of these tires and the wheels that they're mounted on through Rock Life as well.
All right, we're back. We got a course clear, I believe. Keith is done doing his duties for at least right now anyway. He may have some more recoveries going on later on today. Got Matt Myrick sitting in the starting gate, that race line starting gate. I think we have a course clear at this point.
What's up, Tiffany? We got Bill checking in from Arizona. And Matt Myrick making quick work of this course so far.
Getting Matt flying through there.
All right, there's the drop down, and he made it look easy. Coming into that RCV ravine now. All right, let's see his time.
.221 from Matt Myrick, and that's our first time on the second course of today. In the booth with us, we got Ricky B. We were just actually watching you on a commercial moments ago.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
It was great. We were talking about doing marketing stuff, and I was like, that's kind of his job. You probably say your spiel all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even remember what we just recorded it, right? And I don't even remember what it was.
We were impressed.
Yeah, it was basically axles, axle accessories.
Yeah.
We did really good ones.
Yeah. You're like, these are 300 glow.
They're strong.
Cryo-treated.
We've looked at all the planets, and ours are the strongest.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we checked them.
Yep.
That's good research.
Check mark.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a lot of R&D.
It is. It took a long time. It took a long time to be the strongest axle on the planet.
Yeah.
But
no, it's good. So obviously this race is brought to you by RCV Axles.
Yeah, we're happy to be here.
What new, awesome, exciting things you guys got in the works?
Man,
top secret stuff.
The top secret stuff. I can't. It's top secret.
Oh, come on!
I can't tell you. We do have a lot in the works.
How about the bottom secret stuff?
Yeah, let's get let's bottom drawer.
The bottom secret is we've got a lot of UTV stuff coming.
Yep.
We're working on the Maverick R now. That thing's really big in the desert.
Yep.
So, and it's probably going to be big in this.
Yeah.
It's an impressive machine. So dealing with that. Got a couple different versions of axles from that coming, and man, we're just kind of keeping keeping the line of UTV, the Pro R, Turbo R. We've got Trail Series axles coming for that, for the everyday guy. So, we've got the racing stuff pretty set on that platform, but the Trail Series stuff will come.
And again, now, I would hate to see your inventory list because there's so many side-by-sides, and every few years they redesign something, make it a little shorter, a little longer, a little taller.
Yeah.
Your R&D department is definitely getting their workout in.
Yeah. We're having to make room for some new product for sure. So, I mean, I don't know that there's that many XP 900s out there racing anymore these days.
Is there one consistent request that you guys have gotten over the years, and you're just like, all right, fine, we're gonna do it?
That's pretty much every product, right? That we've come up with.
Yeah. What's the most consistent thing that you hear, whether it's a question or feedback or we want this? Can you think off the top of your head?
It's probably Toyota product. It's like Toyota IFS product. So, and we've come out with that, like the late model Tacoma. Long travel options and stuff like that. So
all right.
That's high demand stuff that we don't, it's relatively new, right? We haven't done it, I guess. Well, I mean, it's really not that new. We've had the older platforms, but the new long travel stuff, we've got some companies out there making rock crawler IFS kits. And
awesome.
So now we make axles for that.
Heck yeah.
But and of course the new Jeep, all the Jeep stuff is always super high demand.
Yeah.
That's probably our number one market is all the Jeep.
Really?
OEM Jeep replacement stuff.
Yeah, and again, obviously Jeep guys out here doing their thing, and side-by-sides and Jeep are both very common. So you see a lot of them on the trails. You'll see packs of guys rolling through, and they're in UTV or a Jeep,
For sure.
The JKs, obviously, with that four-door, I think really just kind of exploded the market.
Oh,
so,
absolutely, yeah. I'm looking right here at the 392, which, it's sitting... It's ready for axles right now.
Yes.
That amount of power and whatever.
Again, that kind of power ratio going to a stock Jeep axle. Probably not going to live long, especially when you start throwing some really good grip tires.
Absolutely.
Throw a comp set of sticky tires on there, like Mickey Thompson's.
That needs to be a thing,
It's going to be hooking very hard, and those axles don't live.
I'll tell you, if I had a 392, first thing I do, sticky tires, RCVs, and a good time.
Yeah, and that's once you get those
there
two
you go,
boxes.
Your top three ingredients.
Yeah, so once you get those two top boxes, that third one's coming pretty,
Yeah, there you go.
We can hook up, we got suspension, we got a little travel, we got some durability,
But yeah, so, we're just staying busy, keeping up. I mean, people come to us with problems, and we build solutions. That's basically it.
Where have you been most recently? I know you do a lot of traveling, for events and everything. I see a little bit of it on Facebook, but what's your travels been like lately?
So we just came back from EJS, so East Jeep Safari is a Moab, Utah thing. We've been going many years as a company. And that's one of our biggest events. So we go out there, do the Jeep thing for a while, and then honestly, it's been a lot of Jeep. We've been focused a lot of Jeep. The racing, King of the Hammers was huge for us.
Yeah.
So now we're going to enjoy some summertime rock bouncing.
And I know that you guys, with King of Hammers specifically, you have a cutoff date going, hey, you need to get your order in before this date because you have such a mass intro of axle shafts you have to build.
That's, well, the race season, right? So everybody, it's the same time every year, but it seems to be
what's the meme that's like you are, the event that you knew about a year ago, you're working on it 2 weeks ahead of time, trying to do something that should take you 6 months.
I packed the truck to come here last night.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't know I was coming here for weeks. But I packed it last night.
And again, we're really good about hey, bud, can you get those stuff? I need it right now.
Oh yeah,
right now.
I think that's how four-wheelers work. Yeah, they need it yesterday.
Yeah. Again, appreciate you coming up here. Again, RCV's been a partner with long. I think it was last year. Or you had a 10-year anniversary last year, or a year before.
So we've been doing this since 2012 with you guys.
Okay, so this is our 12th year. Yeah, so it was 2 years ago was a 10th anniversary. So we appreciate Ricky B coming out and on that 10th anniversary, you gave out some cool stuff, some cool prizes, and had some swag. So. Again, appreciate Ricky coming up in the booth with us. So,
all right. Guys. Well, we've got. Thanks, Ricky.
Again, that was Ricky B from RCV. Again, if you hit those guys up, they do make the strongest axles on the planet. And I know a lot of our racers definitely try to test that tagline. He is thrashing through there.
All right, so Tim Cameron out on the course now.
Again, I say once you get really muddy, you can't really tell what the panels say, but you can definitely see those neon green coils on the side. Again, Timmy thrashing through there. Trying to be quick but consistent. Woo!
It's going to be the time to beat right now.
This will be. $76.434. Well, I mean, we only had 2 times, but it is your fastest time right now.
All right, DC Thompson on the line now.
Next off the line, Sleazy Thompson.
Oh, my goodness.
DC Thompson.
I think he took that corner a little wider this time. Last time he blasted that rock high centered and literally stopped the UTV
right
dead in its tracks. So wow.
Little sideways coming down.
That is a pucker factor of 10.
Yeah, I don't know if that's why he stopped at the bottom or if it.
Yeah.
What happened down there?
Again, he might have bumped it out of gear and was just double checking.
Something's not right. Well, we've got a nice in-cab view, aerial view right now.
I'm not sure if he broke something there or just popped out of gear or maybe bent a linkage or something. Who knows? It looks like he's going really slow, so he might have lost high gear. Maybe he bent the drive shaft. I'm not sure. I was trying to see if I saw any wheels not pulling.
I don't see anything obvious going on under there, but he's definitely just trying to ease it through the finish line right now.
I was trying to listen also. 118.629 for Mr. DC Thompson. Again, I was trying to see if I could hear anything clanging or banging. Usually you can kind of hear like a drive shaft, banging around in there. There's things you can kind of tell, or an axle shaft.
Tiffany, glad to know Jack is out of surgery, so I hope that means everything went well. Wish you guys were here with us.
Yeah. It was brain. It's okay.
His brain. It wasn't his brain.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
You dork.
I got to pick on Jack. Last year he hired a stunt double. Yeah, thanks a lot, jerk.
Oh, who's his stunt double this year?
Oh, that'll be awesome. Heck yeah. We'll have to tease that tomorrow. That'll be a good time.
I think we're teasing it right now.
Wait. Yeah, no, yeah. Okay, well played, Bree. Well played.
They can only hear a third of the conversation. Yes. I mean, 2/3 of the conversation.
Yeah. What a jerk. I tell you. Yeah. I know. Yeah. No, it's, Jack Porter had a stunt double last year. His name was Timmy Cameron. showed up for finals, just finals, and won all 4 courses. Course 1, Course 2, Course 3, Course 4. Knocked them all out right in a row.
Jack knew what he was doing.
Jack did.
Madison King on the course. Madison, our only female representative outside of our youth class. She's been holding it down in the Cup class and the Bounty Series for a few seasons now, representing for the lady drivers and doing a heck of a job of it. Oh, Tiffany says Jack's got a stunt double for the next 2 races.
Oh, man. You just take a deep breath before you hit that ledge. You're like, here we go. Getting that super iconic pink cage there. I said the white and that neon green, just make it pop. .900 for Madison King. We are 4 drivers into Course 2 of our Super Grip UTV Cup class. Tim Cameron is in the lead right now with a 76. Tiffany said Jack said he'll be ready for interviews as once he's healed up. Oh, okay. Can we get that in writing? Yeah, yes. Yeah. Jack's a heck of a driver. And he's reworked Venom Buggy several times, like darn near, like cut the whole top of it, reworked that. I mean, he's done some pretty major upgrades to it. This is Martin Stewart running for Austin Connell. Looks like they got this thing back together. They did. Awesome. He did have a rollover on Course 1. Glad to see him back out here for round 2. I'm sure Austin's pretty glad to see him back out here, too. hoping for some points. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound like Santa Claus there. Yeah. No, I was thinking the same thing. He's kind of good getting out there, getting some points on the board. And I think he broke a tie rod. That or maybe a knuckle. Something on that front right corner, I believe. I think he said a ball joint. Ball joint? Yeah, so. Yeah. He had a very cool looking rig, that right-hand drive UTV. I don't know how many right-hand drive UTVs do you see? This is the only one I've ever seen. I was just thinking, I think it's the only one I've ever seen too. Again, coming out of Bat Cave Customs. It's a little wider body, a little lower to the ground, kind of cool looking. He's choosing the far side of the cliff here. There it is. That's a 99.507 for Austin Connell. Stunt driver, Mr. Stewart out there. We was in Mexico last night, and he was coming to the bathroom as I was going in. And his bathroom stall, he had to duck to go underneath it. I'm like, wow. He is pretty tall. I was kind of laughing. I said, did you have to duck? He's like, yeah, it's kind of low. Like, I can fit underneath it. I'm 6'2". Plus, like, 2 inches for the hair, you know? Like, you know. He's a good guy. 99.507. That was a 99.507. 99.507. I think we've got David Darnell on the line now.
Are there any back there? Are there any back there? You can throw it. Okay. Thank you. Has this been in there since Rush?
12, maybe 12 to 15.
Suddenly I'm not as thirsty.
There was a bunch of like 70, 71.
Are you
A
though?
bunch of 70, 71. There was like, we had taken 5 or 6 71s. I don't know your overall position today, but it's got to be close. Hey, good job. We talked about your stickers too. All right, looks like we're getting the motion for Clock is Hot. There we go. 3, 2, 1 countdown. Ooh!
Hang in there, Knuckles.
That front tire leaned so much I thought he broke a tie rod or a knuckle, but he didn't. He came around the corner, those wheels were turned, and the tire just must have rubbed just enough to where it looked like it was sidewall flex enough to where it looked like it was he broke a tie rod. But luckily he's still going on. As we've seen quite a few guys break tie rods. There's something to do with the steering so far today.
Seen a few tires looking at each other.
Yeah.
Not seeing eye to eye.
Yeah, definitely not seeing eye to eye. Yeah, or they are seeing eye to eye.
Nice. He chose that far side of the cliff over there as well. .070 for David Darnell. Cooper Bentley, here we go.
Coming right by that race line starting. I love this drone right following them all the way through the woods there. Again, you can see how tight some of those woods turns are, as well as how gnarly some of that is. And they were able to put this back together.
Yeah, Brandon Davis also ran it on course 1. Cooper was able to get a 5th place finish on course 1. If he wants to move on up, he's going to have to put down a pretty quick time. Tim Cameron's in the lead with a 76.4 right now, followed by Matt Myrick with an 81, and Madison King with an 86.
And is this Brandon Davis racing or no?
This is, you know what?
Because Brandon Davis would be like right in that mix.
That would make more sense.
And if Brandon Davis is being very gentle, he's trying not to tear it up for Cooper. So I think this is Brandon Davis.
I was wondering why they got so out of order.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find out for sure.
Okay.
Okay,
So
it is Cooper. They did get out of order.
Yes, it is Cooper, but Clyde said it's kind
He's
of
going easy on it.
He said it's that front A arm is still barely in there, so they're trying to keep the buggy together so that way they can both get points on the board. And again, with those big rocks, how gnarly! I mean, he's literally 3-wheel riding right now through the creek, so trying to keep the buggy together that way he can get some points and Brandon can get some points today. So that's super awesome. That's a 135.886 for Mr. Cooper Bentley. Next pulling up in that line, a guy that's going to kind of take this all, Mr. Clay Kaysen in 401. Again,
K.
as Bree said, his 401k is definitely paying off this year. And it really is. He's been on the podium, I think, every race.
So Clay had the fastest time on course 1, but only by a little about a second, a little over a second, it looks like. So Timmy is in the lead right now with a 76.4. That's what Clay's going to need to beat.
And you know he's chomping on the bit to get out there.
Clay is 7 points ahead of Timmy coming into this weekend so far for the season. So after 4 events, Clay's in the lead with 367 points. Timmy close behind with 360. And then we've got Dylan Dowler in that third place spot with 354 points. 355, excuse me. Clay also took the win at our last event at Rush. He took the win last weekend at an event at AOP, Adventure Off-Road Park in Tennessee. And he had the fastest time on course 1 for the Super Grip UTV Cup class earlier today. I don't know. Let's see what's about to happen. What do you guys think? What's his time going to be? He needs to beat a 76 if he wants to beat Timmy. Do we have any guesses on what Clay's time is going to be? What do you think, Matt?
I don't know. What's Timmy's time?
76.
72.
Oh. It's pretty quick.
It is. 72. The old 7 deuce. 72.
I'm going to go with like 74 something.
Yeah. Only because he has been on a tear so much lately. And Timmy had a good smooth run, but I think Timmy was trying to be more consistent where Clay Kaysen is just out there just trying to tear up the field. I mean, he's trying to get that win every single time. And so far he has been really successful in being on the podium or pulling out a win, but again, making that loop quick.
I noticed he didn't just go straight up the CA Tech cliff, that concrete wall either time. He came left and cut pretty straight across to the right corner.
He's going to be fast. He is absolutely flying right now. Uh-oh. See what time? Wow.
75022.
202.
202.
202. It sounded like the Bill and Clyde were talking. It sounded like he just kind of graced a flag as he was going around that corner up there. But he said it did not knock it over, I don't think.
Yeah, he just tagged it a little bit.
Okay. All right.
I don't think it even needs.
I'm sure he was
with.
flinging rocks and dodging stuff, and again, I think that is our new fastest time.
That is your new fastest time.
I mean, only by a second. By a second. I knew he was going to be on a tear, and he was making quick time, but much closer to the 74.
He's fast.
Much closer to the 74.
Speaking of fast, Cody Kaysen.
Yeah. Again, just out there, Superman cape and all, you know. Got the American flag waving, just having a good time. Wow.
Cody had a good run in the Cup Class Course 1, but wasn't in the top 5. Of course, in the Stock Class, it was a different story, and he had the fastest time of the day.
Just pin it.
And now this is his last run of the day, his 4th time on the hill.
Just pinning that wide open.
Let's see if he lets it all hang out.
Yeah, he definitely, obviously you feel very comfortable in driving by the 4th course of the day. You're definitely dialed in on the course. So even though they're not the exact same course, they have a lot of the same similarities. So
Tiffany, yes, Clay was a 75.2 and Timmy had a 76.4.
And then you got Cody that's trying to upset his brother.
Breathing fire out the back and everything.
For real.
That was quick.
Man.
79.860. Still a heck of a run.
Is that third place?
Especially when you consider that he's running
a full
body against these other Razor buggies.
Yeah.
I believe that's a 3rd place time right
Wow.
now. Clay in the lead with a 75, Timmy following with a 76, and now Cody in 3rd with a 79. And Dan Carter on the line.
Yeah, I felt like Cody was flying there. Clyde said there was a 4-second difference on time, but I felt like Cody was absolutely just screaming through there. But
I think Clay had some slightly better lines.
Yeah.
If you watched how he took some of the stuff at the top.
Maybe drift a little more around the corner.
Just to shave some. And he was probably a little faster through the ravine down here. But, 4 seconds still isn't
that's not much.
all that much either.
Yeah, especially when you're
Although when everyone's separated sometimes by tenths and hundreds and thousands.
But you're talking a 75 to a 79. I mean, that's, you're almost splitting. Obviously that's way less than 10%, so.
I can't see. You mean right here by the trailer? I don't know. I don't think so. Here we go with Dan Carter.
Got Dan the Man Carter out there on course. Got Rock Life Off-Road Crew. That new chassis they unveiled at our last race at Rush. They brought it out again. A beautiful, beautiful blue chassis, that American flag side. Yeah, Bill gets peppered a little bit time to time. Ooh, buddy. Wow. Again, that's a That's kind of crazy there in that course.
That's 115.883, and he actually missed.
That was a 115.883. I'm sorry, 883.
And he did, unfortunately, get a flag penalty at the top of the course. Dan is running for Mark Carpenter in this class today for Mark's points. Forgot to mention that earlier.
Hey, how many more we got?
Again, huge shout out to our course workers that were out here making some flag repair kits yesterday. We went to the hardware store and got some repair kits so we can get some flags going back again. They were doing a great job gluing and putting things back together.
What goes in a flag repair kit?
They were taking
duct tape.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what all those little pieces of PVC pipe were for?
Yeah. They had cut them up, took smaller pieces of PVC and wrapped tape around them. And then that way they put glue on there, and that way when they shoved it in the pole, it glued it in there. But, yeah, a little bit of liquid nail, yeah. And the reason why is because that way the stakes, when you saw off, say you break off 6 inches, you saw it off, it's bigger diameter. So they had to make a little kind of a bushing to go inside of there. So PVC with a little duct tape would work perfect, apparently. So they were down here doing some repairs.
I was wondering what all those little pipe pieces were for.
I was watching them cut them off. They were using like these big like hedge trimmers, and I was just watching them cut. And I was like, "Dear God, don't let anybody lose a finger." Yeah,
I noticed that they weren't. They were not evenly, cut and measured.
Yeah, I don't know what they cut the PVC with, but they were using like big, huge brush cutters.
Hey, whatever worked.
It worked fine. They were like, I after about 3/4 the way done, I noticed what they were doing, and I was like, "Holy cow!" They're like, "What? It's good. We're fine." I'm like, "Okay." They did a great job.
No one's bleeding?
Yeah, no one's bleeding. We're good. So they did a bunch of stuff. Because, again, UTVs, side-by-sides, tend to take out some flags, but bouncers really run them over. So they...
Matt knows a thing or two. Or three. How many was it?
Oh, my gosh. You make it sound like I just went out random one intentionally.
Yeah, I did make it sound like that, didn't I?
Don't believe everything you see on TV, kids, okay?
Taylor says he has video evidence.
Yes. You know what, kids? Don't worry about it. It's okay. I didn't.
Oh, that one under my tire?
Well, once I clipped it, I was like, okay, well, I already got the penalty. Yeah. I took with my roll cage. It was in my blind spot. Matt, it's a cage. It's a cage. There's no blind spot. See, the sun was in my eyes.
It was behind the pillar.
Sun was in my eyes. It was raining, Matt. It was raining. I did that one other time in a different race, but...
Well, hey, Wyatt Wilson says, I hate flags.
Yeah, I hate flags. He hit a few in his day.
He can commiserate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. There's a couple on the rocks. We were laughing the day where they were out there setting them with the rocks. I was like, if they hit that, things have gone horribly wrong.
Well, yeah, Clyde's not trying to put them. They're meant to be out of the way. We don't want people to get flag penalties.
No,
but they are there for specific reasons.
Kind of like, yeah. Bree was talking about the live feed this morning about, there being more like there's some safety areas that we put flags. And, again, putting those flags in some safety areas kind of helps keep spectators safe or racers safe. That we don't drive off a cliff, So, again, and then also putting the tape up. Again, it also makes sure everybody's racing the same course. We have some drivers who I have learned a lot from who like to be very creative with the course, and they will use every square inch to their advantage. Some better than others. And there's some racers that are really, really good at using that, kind of picking out different lines, kind of being very articulate of how they do things, and obviously makes that time a little quicker. And you can shave a few seconds here, a few seconds there. I mean, obviously we've got times down here that are flitting by, tenths of a second. I think Cody and his brother were like tenths of a second on the first course. So, again, watching those guys split, a tenth and a half from course 1, course 2. So it's very, very impressive. So being able to be a little more creative with the course is definitely definitely very important. So that's why you see some of those flags out there. Again, safety is also a precaution too, where you see some of the tape. But there's definitely a tape in a lot of the woods just to help keep drivers kind of funneled into the right area. Again, there you get a bad bounce or the dust kicks up. You can be kind of hard to see where you're going sometimes. So we appreciate that. Again, as a driver, I know there's times I appreciate tape because, usually you're about halfway through the tape when you realize that's back, delete. You got to back up and take off.
Wait a second. Was that the yellow tape that just went over my head?
Yeah, so. Yeah, how many drivers do we have left?
Like five or six?
5, 6, yeah, somewhere
5
there.
or 6?
Maybe 7. Again, it might be a little bit tad less depending on how many drivers are going to be racing. We might have a couple of UTVs that are broken, so.
All out of order now.
Yeah. Well, I see there's just a bunch of weird missing gaps in there. I'm like, okay. Again, as some guys get repaired, sometimes we'll give guys a little more time to get things repaired.
Well,
again, try to let everybody get some time in today.
We still have Nathan King, Brandon Davis, Casey Howell, Alston Tidwell, and Dylan Dowler.
Again, Brandon Davis probably going to be
list.
also trying to limp that chassis through, kind of like we saw earlier with Cooper Bentley. Looks like
all right.
Nathan King on the line here.
No dilly-dallying now. Come on, Dylan Dowler.
Oh, Dylan Dowler, sorry. I was looking down and I saw Nathan's
you saw
name.
Orange.
I did. Okay, that is some really great color there by the drone. Again, shout out to our drone, Dearborn Drone Co. out there for doing the work. Appreciate them and the great drone footage you guys are seeing today. Again, I feel like we're getting a little more overcast now, so I think we can.
Oh, a little bit of a nosedive.
Looks like he's checking. Maybe I
think he's trying to get in gear.
Back in gear, yeah.
There we go. Tiffany says getting UTVs lined up is like trying to herd cats.
It's true.
Yes, ma'am. Especially on round 2 when some are out because they're broke or who knows what. All right, we got Clay Kaysen coming up in here. Clay, let's watch Dylan's run, and then we can get your thoughts on the day. Bless your heart.
Here we go.
Oh, no.
Wow.
That's so scary.
How big of a drop is that for a UTV?
Scary.
So scary. So scary.
Yeah, you were so scared you went out and laid down the fastest time.
Yeah.
I thought I was coming off of it sideways.
Yeah, you were a little squirrely there.
I didn't like it.
All right, he's not dilly-dallying now.
Oh, what happened?
That's a 9.2.346.
4.6.
4.6?
Yeah.
4.6.
92.346 for Dylan. Had a little bit of a hang-up down in the RCV ravine, but still able to get a finish out of it. And now we've got Brandon Davis in a borrowed rig.
And he is, again, this is a broken rig. They're just trying to get a finish out of it, get some points on the board, not trying to get out there and thrash.
That poor thing's been through the. Am I working?
Yeah, you're on.
I didn't know if I was on or not.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Again, absolutely just taking a beating today. So they're trying to just keep it together at this point.
I think it's like really, really band-aided right now.
Yeah. I was watching them hammer on it away.
Yeah, you can see. I don't know if you can see it on the thing, but the tire is leaning.
Yeah, that front A-arm is just kind of.
She's been through the ringer.
Yeah. But again, getting those points are super crucial. Again, to a guy who's currently sitting on the podium for the season, you really, really want to get those points in.
That's not class.
Oh.
There you
go. Wow. Yeah. Not
Cooper's, yes. Cooper's.
Yeah.
Yes. Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon is.
Well, he's on fourth, so he's almost to the podium.
Well, that's
almost. I mean, he's like assistant podium, right? Yeah.
Right. He's like on the bench waiting to be put in.
Yeah, there you go. He's on deck.
How about Clay 7 points ahead of Timmy coming into this weekend?
Wow.
Y'all don't even get.
And you beat him on both.
Yeah.
Y'all don't start with me on that. I'm so nervous.
Hey, we're only halfway through.
I know. We got a long way to go.
Don't get nervous yet.
We do. We have a lot of racing to go.
We still got 12 more hills.
Easy does it, Brandon.
Yeah.
I think that's right. If we're halfway, that's 5.
Well, yes.
We got 4
for finals,
extra, so that'd
yeah.
be 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dang. I passed math.
He's like, I do good.
English?
Yeah.
That's overrated. As long as you can understand me. Taylor, hush up back there.
Again, trying to get a finish out of it, trying to keep the buggy together.
Oh, had to back up. Daggone. I bet Brandon's like fighting every fiber in his body not to just hold that puppy right now. Because I know he was wanting to.
He's like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
Yeah.
122.578 for Brandon Davis.
Tiffany is okay. It'll be okay. He'll survive.
How about Cody trouncing everybody in the
stock
class?
Yeah, he embarrassed me. Like, straight up embarrassed me.
I think it's safe to say he shines in the stock class, and then the cup class is your domain.
I know, but I want the stock class, too. I'm too
You
competitive.
can't take it all away from your
Why
little brother.
can't I can try. I tried today, and I failed tremendously.
You took it away from Timmy.
Whew. I don't know which one's
That's
more
not nothing.
important, Timmy or Cody. I don't
All
live
right.
with Timmy.
I don't live with Timmy.
Cody's at home every day.
We were talking live feed.
We got Casey out here, though.
Yeah.
who is
Casey's
blistering
making
it.
his way through the RCV ravine. Casey had a third place time
Oh, yeah,
on
he is.
course
He's rolling.
1. And he finished third at our last event in Rush.
Casey can get out there and hammer down. He ain't scared.
Oh, he's a driver all
Yeah.
day long, every day. That's like some donkey kicking right there,
Yeah.
like bucking bull right through there. That's so scary.
It is.
It's so
Ooh!
scary. His took it better than anybody's, it looked like right there. Makes me so nervous coming off stuff like that. Oh, easy there, killer. Oh, yeah. Rolling. Not bad.
77.066 for Casey Howell.
Who's left?
That's a third place time right now. Hey, you guys are all consistent at least. Clay Kaysen still in the lead with a 75, followed by Tim Cameron with a 76, and now Casey Howell with a 77. We've got Alston Tidwell on the line, and then we should still have Nathan King.
That's not fair.
We've been trying to give it a little bit of break. I know they held up several drivers today while they were letting everything clear out.
I think it's because Taylor's been in the back struggling.
What?
I think it's because Taylor's been in the back struggling.
Dude, Taylor's been hustling today. He's
Every
like the
day
man.
he's hustling.
Every day he's hustling. Me too. I am wore out. That is like a workout. I did not realize how much a workout would be running two classes.
2 cars, yeah.
I got my workout putting up that canopy over there. Me and Taylor did that.
Yeah?
That's a workout.
It was not easy.
Especially
Tell him,
like,
Taylor.
Oh, we got Austin Tidwell.
All right, Austin, here we go. Austin also racing 2 classes this weekend.
That's rough.
It is.
Really rough. Like, I prop everybody. Give props to everybody.
Why don't you do bounty tomorrow, too?
No, heck no.
Yeah, come on.
No. Negative.
Is Cody going to do bounty?
No,
He said
I doubt it.
negative.
Whatever. Y'all going to be late entries.
I'm not. I put my life on it. I will not be out
Cody
here tomorrow.
will.
No, I doubt it. Not with it raining.
Yeah, it's getting a little dark here. Again, I don't mind a little rain coming through.
Yeah, these lights are getting brighter and
Yeah.
brighter.
I was thinking that a minute ago.
As it gets more and more overcast
Yeah, I'm not looking at
outside.
it. I'm just looking around
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, as it gets a little darker out, our lights feel a little brighter. Again, how steep is that jump they're coming down?
It's like when you come over it. It's like there's nothing underneath you.
Because that last Casey Howe that just went, it looked like he just aired it out for like 10
What,
feet.
you just square up and hope for the best and ease on over,
it's
huh?
like, I don't think if you eased over it, I think your front end would try to like go.
Oh, well,
go
let's see,
under.
let's see how Austin does
yeah.
it now.
And it looked like Casey kind of lopped down a little bit, and he cleared pretty good.
All right, here's
Came
the-
out with A's. You can see how far the buggy actually comes out.
Hey,
He went off the
pretty
other
good.
one.
Yeah.
The other one's not as steep, I could say.
Yeah.
But it's not more of a. It's
Yeah.
not a straighter shot to the. What'd you call that ravine thing?
The RCV ravine.
Yeah, that.
That corner right there. Tell us about that corner.
That corner is gnarly.
It is. People don't realize this is like, oh, it's a little baby corner. I'm telling you, those rocks.
Those hurt.
It's a rough corner.
They hurt.
Yeah.
I'm sure DC knows about that.
Yeah.
He came to a sudden stop.
Stop.
Ooh.
103.471 for Alston Tidwell.
Nathan.
All right. There, Knox is taking the timers down, so that
Guess
means
we're done.
we're done, everybody.
Guys, it was good.
All right.
All right, Clay, thanks for joining us. You can stay up here for a second if you want.
All right, we're going to go to commercial real quick while Bree gets her times all set up, and we will be back with those awesome times right after these messages.
These UTV guys have been pushing the limits for years, and we are keeping up with them, providing them the strongest axle on the planet. Our UTV line uses all 300M components, high-temp synthetic moly grease, to handle the abuse of these short courses or long desert races, whatever these guys are doing. They've been pushing the limits, and we've been keeping up. So the years of development for the Pro Series line with our 300M, we have learned so much. We've taken that technology and we've taken things out of it that make it, absolutely the strongest, and made it the strongest in class for trail use. And we've come out with a Trail Series axle. And that axle is going to be 4340 chromoly steel, all US made, and it is going to be the best in class for your trail. So you don't necessarily have to get the Pro Series. If you're not out here racing, if you don't have 300 horsepower hill killing with these guys, you can get a Trail Series RCV axle and go out and cruise with your buddies with peace of mind that you're not going to break. So for everything UTV, visit us at rcvperformance.com. And for Trail Series, find us at trailseriesaxle.com.
All right, guys, let's go for that top 5 rundown from Course 2 of the Super Grip UTV Cup class. And that was Clay Kaysen taking the win again with a 75, followed by Tim Cameron, also again with a 76, and Casey Howell. That's definitely your podium for today.
Yeah.
In that third spot, again with a 77. And then we had Cody Kaysen with a 79, and Matt Myrick rounding out the top 5 with an 81. Thank you guys for joining us here today on Hillside Live. We've had an awesome day of racing here at Hawk Pride. We'll be back tomorrow morning with our 3 classes, UTV Bounty, Youth, and the Bouncers, of course. So we'll be looking to kick off around 9:30, 9:45 Central. So you guys be sure to join us again for that. Hopefully we'll see you then.
We'll see you guys.